match, and we will discuss. And I want to see it in 25.
What is your plan?
Any of them. I'll fight any of them, anytime, anywhere.
But who's the best matchup for you?
I want to challenge myself against the best in the world, and that's Usyk. Usyk has beaten Joshua. Usyk has beaten Tyson. Usyk has beaten Dubois. He's beaten everyone that's put in front of him, and I want to test myself against him.
I wasn't expecting it to be announced today, but it is what it is. I'm not, I've had a lot of media asking me my opinion of it today. It is what it is. I think on one side, you have to understand the business of it.
It's official. Oleksandr Usyk will take on Joseph Parker this December. Boxing fans are already fired up, and for good reason. Usyk isn't just putting his titles on the line, he's protecting his legacy. This matchup is shaping up to be huge, and for Parker, it's the toughest challenge of his career.
It's happy. It's something amazing, never have in your life again. I hope to live.
Tony Bellew's comments match exactly with the WBO's ruling. Joseph Parker is the mandatory challenger, and Usyk has no choice but to fight him. This isn't just a voluntary matchup. It's required to keep the belts in play. Come December, the boxing world is set for a showdown no one can overlook.
Well, those Joseph Parker. Yeah. The whole heavyweight division owes Joseph Parker, so I'll just say that straight away now.
He gets his arm raised and he sails off into the sunset.
I think if this guy wins, he's literally done it all. He'll be...
Yeah. Would you want Joseph Parker's name on your ledger, though?
I mean,
maybe the last one,
possibly, maybe Palmer is the only one, but I know on him he probably will. But if I was him, what he's done at cruiserweight, what he's done at heavyweight, he's cleaned out all the top guys, minus Joe Parker, because he hasn't had the opportunity yet. Now, I love Big Joe, but you would have to favour Usyk in a fight against Joe. If I'm Usyk, I don't even like this game. I hated this game. I had to get out. I've done it. I've completed it. I've done it.
Yeah, do you know what? I might be making a U-turn now. I might be saying Parker, then retire.
Yeah.
Parker, then retire.
With the fight now confirmed, Carl Fraka's reaction is worth noting. He acknowledges that Parker has worked hard and rightfully earned a spot as the WBO's mandatory challenger. Fraka agrees Parker deserves this stage, but he also makes it clear earning the chance is one thing. Actually taking Usyk's titles is something else entirely.
Business. Parker's done everything he needs to do now to warrant a shot at Usyk. But would you even give Joseph Parker a chance at Usyk? It'd be an interesting fight. Quite fast hands, high work rate. But let's not forget who Parker's lost to already. I mean, he lost to Dillian Whyte a few years ago, and he's since been beaten a few times by people that really couldn't lace Usyk boots. And I'm not having a go at Joseph Parker. And I do think that if anybody deserves a fight, he does. He deserves the fight, deserves the payday. But is anybody realistically giving Joseph Parker a chance against Oleksandr Usyk?
Roy Jones Jr. responded with respect for Parker, calling him the right opponent to challenge Usyk at this point. He stopped short of predicting a win for Parker, but emphasized that Parker's blend of experience and toughness could push Usyk harder than anyone else in the division right now.
Joseph Parker is the best fight for him right now because Joseph Parker is a guy who has the qualities and the experience that it would take to give Usyk the hardest time. Not saying he's going to beat Usyk by no means, but he will give Usyk the hardest time with anybody. And if anybody, I think if they said, Roy, you got to take one guy right now, put your money on against Usyk, who would it be? It would be.
That same confidence comes through in Parker's own words. He speaks with conviction, saying he fully believes in his ability. With Andy Lee and George Lockhart in his corner, Parker insists the preparation will bring a new game plan, something Usyk has never seen. It's the mindset of a true challenger, focused, confident, and determined to prove he belongs on boxing's biggest stage.
I believe wholeheartedly in my ability and what I can do in the ring. I have full confidence that give me a good camp or give me some time to put in the work with Andy Lee and George Lockhart. I want to come up with a good game plan, probably different to everyone else's one. And
Andy Lee speaks like a trainer who understands the size of the challenge, but refuses to back down. He points to Parker's growth, sharper timing, higher work rate, and the ability to apply steady pressure against a fighter who punishes even the smallest mistakes. Lee calls this more than a title defense. It's a generational showdown where reputations are made or lost. He openly acknowledges Usyk's brilliance in exploiting lapses, but stresses that Parker has matured into a fighter ready for that test. It's conviction from the corner, a clear message that Parker won't step into the ring unprepared. For fans, it sets the stage. Usyk's non-stop rhythm against Parker's bid for reinvention.
I do best
of their era. Hamza wants to fight Canelo. Joe wants to fight Usyk. We always want to challenge ourselves as fighters, and we're up for the challenge.
Despite Parker's progress, former fighters like Tony Bellew remain convinced of Usyk's unbeatable aura. Bellew's reaction is blunt. He sees Usyk as untouchable. Having shared the ring with him, he knows Usyk's greatest weapon is adaptability. The Ukrainian can shift his weight, change his movement, and adjust his style to fit any opponent. That makes him more than a champion. It makes him a master technician. Bellew points to the Dubois fight as proof, where Usyk adjusted his approach flawlessly. For Parker, that paints a daunting reality. He's not facing a one-dimensional fighter, but a strategist who ruthlessly exploits weaknesses. Bellew's verdict only adds to Usyk's mystique, the very aura Parker must break through if he hopes to pull off the upset.
One who's going to beat him. I just think technically, physically now, he's at the weight and he's adapted and he's adjusted. I mean, he's even adjusted and adapted his weight for this fight individually. I mean, he put on how much weight and slowed his actual feet down because Daniel Dubois' feet.
Edito captures the mood of many fans, skeptical, yet genuinely excited. He's heard Parker call out big names before, but with Usyk confirmed, the anticipation feels real this time. Ed admits he'd rather see Usyk face Parker than most other heavyweight options, and that opinion is widely shared. While plenty doubt Parker's chances, the stylistic clash is impossible to ignore. Parker's speed and volume against Usyk's precision and control. Oladipo's reaction reflects the wider boxing community. This fight isn't just about belts. It's about intrigue, spectacle, and the chance to witness something special. For the first time in years, the heavyweight division is delivering a matchup that feels fresh, unpredictable, and worthy of the hype.
That's so unique. I feel like it's going to fall on deaf ears.
Unfortunately, it will.
I appreciate the call out.
I appreciate that. I remember he did it with Dylan White and Anthony Joshua last year. And every one of them, they just get better and better. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I will say this now, right? I would rather see Parker versus Usyk than Dubois versus Usyk. I'll say it now.
Really?
I don't think we'll get Parker versus Usyk, but I would rather